New York City. I'm one of the spokesmodels for the HIV Stop.
And I've been HIV positive for
We're
almost
not where
26
we should
years
be,
now.
but thank God we're not where we used to
Reach
be.
you
But
and
I
let you
think
know
so.
that you are not alone out there. You never have been, and you never will be.
Hello and welcome to HIV Stops With Me, question of the month. I am Jeffrey. And it has been 40 years since the first reported case of HIV. I'm 44. So when I look back at that, what that's been, I've lived with, I guess you can say, even though I've been only diagnosed for the last 10 years or 11 years of my life, I've lived with HIV throughout my entire life. I lived through the horror of HIV, through ACT and seeing all of that, the movie Philadelphia and all that horror that most people have forgotten. But the question of the month really asks me about how we've progressed so well in the development of medication for HIV. And now we're up to the point of having an injectable vaccine. I have my concerns when it comes to that, especially when it comes to my advocacy. Living through this pandemic of COVID, it was difficult to get an appointment with a doctor. We're still in the midst of this pandemic as it is right now. I feel that it would be a mistake to roll out this new vaccine because if somebody misses their appointment, we have worked so hard to get people to undetectable that just missing that appointment and having to wait another 3 weeks just to get another appointment, because obviously these injectable medications, we're not going to be able to administer them ourselves. We're just not going to be able to. We've worked so diligently and so hard to get people to just take their one pill a day. Now we have to, how will it change my advocacy? Well, it will definitely change my advocacy because it will be detrimental to every single person to have to go to that appointment, to not miss it. Because to miss it, you could have to wait another 3 weeks. Those 3 weeks are enough time for your body to either become resistant or for the virus to mutate, for you to go from undetectable to detectable. I believe that we really need to be more conscious of how we're going to roll out this vaccine or, this injectable medication, because a lot of the work that we have done to get people to take their medication can be impacted and hurt by this. Okay, yes, I know I will definitely not miss a dose or an appointment because it is essential for me to stay undetectable. And that's very important to me. But to someone who is not as apt, or someone who doesn't have transportation to their medical provider, or is not accessible, or, let's just be honest, some people miss their appointment all the time. So we have to look at that ratio of the amount of people that miss their appointment before we roll out this, not vaccine, but this HIV medication injectable. We really have to look at it. And yes, our work as advocates will be to get people to make sure they go to their appointment. So it will completely change our direction and our focus. And that's my take on the injectable treatment for HIV. I know we've come a long way, but we have to really be careful and think about what we're doing and how we're going to do it, because a lot of the work that we've already done can be just swept away and we would be starting from zero. So we really have to be careful with that. All right, so that's my take on the new treatment, HIV injectable. Let's really think about how we're going to do this before we dive in and we're in the deep end and we're up, you know what creek, without a paddle. Bye-bye.